and then we're in the middle of a conversation. So,
hey, you ain't got time. You ain't got time.
Hey, my laptop's being weird. I gotta restart it real quick. All right.
So go ahead and run it. Let's run it.
Right back.
All right. We live. Draco will be back. You know what I'm saying? Early ass viewing ass niggas. Let's get this show on the motherfucking road. It's a few things to talk about. Nigga was taking a nap, was asleep. We had some combos. And Hold on, let me get this shit popping. We already got 6 people up in here. Let me get this shit.
Yeah, and the chat's already filling up.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. What's up, y'all niggas? All right, go, my nigga. Let me get this chat room up for y'all so I can see what y'all niggas talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, nigga, my motherfucking tripping, son.
Yeah, what's going on, y'all? Tuda, Coon, Jamal Adams, Danny, Nicholas Bankhouse, Savage Yuga, Guru the Legends. What's going on, y'all?
Let me go ahead and go on here and try it then. Jesus. Niggas. What's up with y'all niggas, man? I'm up in here with y'all, Roundtable Podcast. We got a good show, like I said earlier, my nigga, a good show cracking off. You know what I'm saying? State of Decay is what I said it was. My Nostradamus game was on point as usual, nigga. You know what I'm saying? On point, nigga, like granddaddy chips, nigga. You know, they had that bomb ass, fire ass, Xbox. What's that shit called? Xbox. What Xbox Live? What was that show called?
Inside Xbox. Inside Xbox.
Inside Xbox. Nigga was some of the most fierest shit I've ever seen in my goddamn life. So I gotta talk about that. You know what I'm saying? There's a few things to go on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things been happening in gaming since we've been gone. I hope y'all niggas been okay. You know what I'm saying? Watching mediocre shows to put y'all niggas over while y'all get ready for this fire ass podcast, niggas. That being said, though, let's get our intros in there, my nigga. Go ahead, Lincoln, do your thing.
For sure. Yo, what is good, y'all? This is your boy Lincoln Clay, chilling with the Roundtable Podcast. That's my home away from home. Yeah, I want to thank y'all for tuning in. You know, I see the comments is already rolling in. But you know, I've said it before on my podcast. I just want to remind everybody again to tune in tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern, where my guest will be Porter Rock 77. You don't want to miss it. But you definitely in for a good show tonight, too. So as I normally say, strap on your seatbelt. Let's get ready.
Let's get ready, niggas. Go ahead, Diver. Do your thing, my nigga. Oh, that work-ass, face-ass beeping in the background, nigga.
What up, everybody? Thanks for coming out. Your boy Diver here again. Apologize right now. In and out. Hitting this mute buzz. Y'all ain't got to hear all this bullshit. Again, thanks for having the time to come out and see us in Lincoln. I'm proud of shit's getting bigger and bigger. I love it.
I appreciate it, man. And then all of y'all been a big part of it. There's no way that I can look at my channel and see how it has grown without thinking about everybody that's been supportive of me. The Roundtable, King Thrash, Sick Humor, Titanfall Princess, Craig Harris. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. So many people helped this channel grow, and I can't thank you enough for it.
Yes, sir. I told you could do it when you first hollered at me. I told you, nigga, handle your business. Stop telling me this information and make your own goddamn show, nigga. Fuck you mean, nigga.
Absolutely.
You did that shit, and that's how it is.
And that was the push. That was the push that I needed right there. Because when I told King Thrash that I was thinking about starting up a Roundtable, a YouTube channel, he said, "Do it." He said, "I'll be your first subscriber and I'll be your biggest supporter." And that was the push that I needed. You know, exactly. and for that, thank you, my friend.
Yeah, nah, nigga, no need to thank, nigga. And last but not least, I don't know why I said leaf. I'm watching Naruto right now, so I'm thinking about the leaf. But I think Royal Plus Gaming, you know what I'm saying? Asian Gambit, Angry Gambit, nigga, the last 2 podcasts. Go ahead and get your shit in, bro.
Damn, angry though? I guess. Roll Flush, Draco X, Asian Gambit. Thank you everyone for coming. Already got 13 motherfuckers in there though, but we got 5 likes. That's kind of weird. You know what I mean? I'm
putting pressure on the chat room, man.
You know what I'm saying? On a late, you know what I'm saying? on a late evening, on a late Friday evening. Y'all could be anywhere else, but y'all chose to be here with us. I do appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the shit started.
Yes, sir, man. First, let's talk about the animal in the room. I'm pretty sure niggas want to know, how do y'all niggas feel about that bomb ass 68 Metacritic for that fire ass game that they got on the Xbox One? Yeah, like, I look. If I can go first, I'm gonna just say if I can go first, I'm gonna just say this. No, nigga, 68 on Metacritic, my nigga.
Truth be told, I thought the game should have got a lot lower Metacritic score than that. I don't know how anybody looked at this game from the word go and thought it was going to be a system seller or thought it was going to be a game changer. To me, it was no different than the other 30 or 40 indie games that Microsoft showed at last year's E3.
Facts. I was just surprised. I thought I stood behind it. I said this is going to be the funnest game for Xbox this year. You know what I'm saying? That's what I said. I said it was going to be the funnest game. You know what I'm saying? I thought it looked too easy to put together. I thought it was going to be 4K, nice little frames per second, you know what I'm saying? Smooth. I didn't think it was going to be 60 because the Jaguar ain't going to give you 60 in the open world like that. Well, maybe it will. I don't know. But that game is ugly. It's uglier than they downgraded it from E3, and it still can't run at a stable frame rate, my nigga. But I had 100% backing on this game. You know what I'm saying? I really did. You can check my video. I said it's going to be the funnest game, period. Even when I was clowning it against that, I still said it's going to be fun. But now I can't even see the funness. Nigga, 68.
I thought it should.
I don't know if I can believe that, man, because the first game wasn't bad.
It wasn't. No, it wasn't. Nigga, IGN gave it love and gave it a 7.5. And the first one got an 8.9 or some shit like that. I think 8.9.
I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
so how you get worse? How you get more power, more money, yet you get worse? And the only thing you added was fucking co-op, and you fucked that up. How does Microsoft have this much bad luck, my nigga?
Go ahead. If you want to add to that, see, when PUBG ran like shit, everybody wanted to talk about, the servers and how many people were running around in that game, 100 people running around in that game and whatnot. But with this game, you don't have 100 players running around in this game.
Exactly.
So why is there still some performance issues? It is beyond me. What is this when you can't make an indie game run right?
Yeah. Oh shit! I'm looking at my own screen and telling me I'm muted, but I'm muted on my computer. Yeah, no, they get like that's exactly what it is. Reason for it to be having any type of frame rate issues. No reason at all, and it looks ugly. So what's causing it? Like, what's causing the frame rate issues? What's causing this shit? You know what I'm saying? It's like it's bad development teams, man. All their teams.
Hey, real quick, I'm gonna hop off real quick and come back on. All right, my laptop's being weird. I'm gonna restart it real quick.
All right,
yeah, do your thing.
The first thing on State of Decay that made me look at this game and say this is an indie looking game was the very first trailer I saw of the game where that girl had jumped in the back of that truck and just was sitting there. It didn't look like, there was no facial expressions or nothing like that. I mean, it just looked like one of them, those models they use that don't, have any facial expressions. That almost looks like a mannequin face. And
yeah, I mean,
you see these,
I agree.
You see these PS4 games and you see the detail, in people's faces, the old, the old lines in Kratos's face, that mean look he got on his face. You can tell, what his mood is by his facial expressions. And that game just, that State of Decay it just looks so cheap, and I feel the same way about State of Decay that I feel about Sea of Thieves. To me, I feel like it should be a free-to-play game that should be on a wristwatch.
Making you pay for that free-to-play game, whether you got it on that's or not. You know what I'm saying? It just should be 100% free because it's not done. I mean, you could just tell that shit ain't done. You can't sit there and just Xbox niggas is damage controlling this shit. Oh, before I get into that, Diver, you got anything to say about this game? Like, you got anything to say about this shit? Or is you still at work and they can't hear us? You still at work and can't hear us? Fucking bastard, nigga. Let that nigga get his answer when he get back.
Myself, I think this, if I can slip this in real quick, I think this is complete highway robbery on Microsoft's part, that they can deliberately insert a broken game into what they call a program and make you pay for it. And then because of the title of this so-called program, you basically have to accept that the game is broken, and it's almost like there's an unwritten rule that you cannot criticize the game because you know it's not complete. To me, the current state, State of Decay is a game that should have been delayed. It should not have been put in any kind of, in fact, the preview program should not even exist, because to me, you paying them for a broken game. They collecting money off of everybody. Y'all being the so-called guinea pigs, and they collecting money off of y'all for a broken game.
It's like
as long as there's a such thing as a preview program, this is what Microsoft is always going to do moving forward. They always going to put out these broken games, and then they always going to have that defense mechanism that everybody's got to wait until the updates and all that shit, which could take years, since they plan on trying to monetize these games for years.
Yeah, I seen an interview, and the developers was talking about it when they was talking about how they're AAA game, and how Microsoft put in money to make them AAA, and the reason why it wasn't $59.99 was only because Microsoft said they wanted to expose it to more people to make it last longer. And when he said that, a lot of people, that shit blow over niggas' heads. When you make a game last longer, the only way you can make a game last longer is to make free content. And the best way to make free content is to give your ass an incomplete game and then give you the pieces as you complete it, my nigga. That's the best way to fucking do it, because I mean, there's no other way. What's the longevity? Is it going to be microtransactions? Because that shit is under fire right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, Microsoft always want these niggas. They want a game to last longer because they want you to pay for Games Pass. Think $9 is cheap, but then you ain't gonna have a complete game for 10 months. And by the time it's complete, if it ever gets there, you've been paid $100 already for a game that you wouldn't even have paid for in the first place, my nigga.
Mm-hmm.
Them niggas is slick, my nigga. I'm telling you, they slick as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
And I said
with
that
Silver?
before.
What's up, Coon?
And I think I don't think it's the case in Microsoft. They slick, but I don't think they that slick, because people like you and me see right through that. The people that can't see through that are the people that are blindly loyal to this brand.
Yeah, they shouldn't be though, but they are,
because they, Microsoft, can take, they can go send somebody out into a front yard and pick up a pile of shit that a dog just laid and tell you it's an Xbox exclusive, and they'll brag about it like they got something that nobody else got.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's getting to the point to where it's a mixture of console war and gamers being blind to being fucked in the ass, especially Xbox niggas. Nigga, I don't think PlayStation niggas would have this shit. Like, if God off at State of Decay, PlayStation niggas would have been like, nigga, what the fuck is this? I'm not damage controlling it, nothing. These Xbox niggas is damage controlling this game. You know what I'm saying? Talk how it's only $39, they still working on it. They do it. Like, nigga, you gonna pay some money for a game they still working on, nigga? That's crazy as fuck, nigga. When you go to work, do you get paid mid motherfucking shift, nigga? Like, you which one is it, my nigga? Like, if you gotta be able to get your bread, my nigga, you gotta be able to get your money's worth. And before you get your money worth, you're supposed to pay for a finished product. You don't pay for a cake before it's done cooking, my nigga. It's like, fuck, nigga, gaming is turning, Xbox gaming is turning into some shit. I think it's over. I'm telling you niggas, I don't give a fuck what none of y'all niggas say. Even if Microsoft come out with a new console, this shit is over with, man. They just lost too much. They fucked up the whole generation. You can't fuck up a whole generation and then come back like with another piece of hardware that nobody gonna trust you with. They came out with the Xbox One X, and all these Xbox niggas was like, the Xbox One X is gonna change it. It's gonna be the end of PS Pro. The niggas even had a countdown for the days, like 7 days until the PS Pro gets murdered. You know what I'm saying? But I don't see none of this shit. I don't see none of it happening, nigga. Nothing. It's been 2 years.
If the games were out, it would have been. It would have happened.
Oh, now you up, nigga. Oh, now you up. If the games would have happened,
I'm saying, if the system is good, if the games would have been there for the system, and then I can see that happening.
That's the problem. I mean, you can say the same thing about any console that had problems, like the Wii U. The Wii U was good. If it had the games, it would have been doing some things, but it's not. It don't have the games, so it's not doing shit. Games for a gaming console, nigga. You can't eat toast with no butter, nigga. Like you can't, nigga. Come on, cause you can't keep putting ifs in front of shit and making it seem like it's a good thing.
I put jam on my toast,
Yeah, like,
butter, cuz.
Nigga, I put jelly and butter, nigga. That's the best way to do it, nigga. Jelly, butter, scrape with the burnt off with the motherfucking butter knife, nigga, and call it a
word,
game.
nigga. Word.
There's no way around it. If Microsoft had even though I don't like them personally as a company, from my experience with them with the Red Rings of Death situation, if they, even with this generation, if they would have had exclusives that, you know, on the level of what Sony has, and then they would have had as many exclusives as Sony has, it would be an Xbox One X, you know, in here right now. But, you know, with them showing 30, 40 indie games at E3, that the majority of them we have not even seen yet. There's just absolutely no reason for me to buy that, for me to pay $500.
There's no reason to pay. Nigga, there's no reason to pay for me to pay $199 at this moment, my nigga. I can't even buy an Xbox S with this type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't see shit. I mean, and I don't want to have to wait until E3. Now, this is the only system that you got to wait till E3 to see something about some fucking games, man. Sony got PSX, Nintendo got their little fucked up at it, but they show games that's coming up. What do Xbox got? They show on every month, and it's the most sleep-inducing show in life. If you have a problem with sleeping, put that shit on, cause you'll be sleeping 5 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just.
What I don't get is that because Sony came straight out and told everybody what that E3 is going to be like, everybody seems to think that all Microsoft got to do is just show up and they automatically win. No, this is a company that you know, with games like, you know, with broken games like State of Decay and PUBG as part of their lineup. No, you ain't got to just, you got to do more than just show up. I mean, you got to do something that's got to be, it's got to be a drop the mic moment and walk off the stage. So even if they show a bunch of stuff at E3, to me, it's still going to be full of question marks because, you know, now because of the situations with State of Decay, is the first thing that's going to come out of my head is, okay, you showing us a game. Is it going to come out for this generation or is it going to be for the next generation? More than likely, it's going to be for the next generation. If they do show us something for this generation, I'm looking at it like, okay, does this look like some $3 indie bullshit? And regardless of what it is, now I'm going to question, you know, how's it going to run on the console? And will Microsoft release it in a broken state? There's just way too many question marks with this company right now.
So you're saying it's impossible for you to be hyped, no matter how dope a trailer look.
No, I'm taking.
I mean, I'm taking. How many times we've been bamboozled by trailers with Microsoft? Especially.
Well, I will say this: I have not been bamboozled this generation.
Okay,
look, clear to that shit.
Draco. This is the approach that I'm taking with Microsoft this year for E3. Even because this is a company to me that pulling the wool over its user base eyes is to them is no different than, you know, it's no harder than drinking a glass of water for them. It's part of their life. It's, you know, it's part of who they are. Now as far as the E3 part goes, I've tried to use you know, I'll just say let's say they introduce a Quantum Break 2 at E3, right? They show a new trailer for it. One of the things that I think they could very well do is at the end of that trailer, they do not put a date on that trailer, because if they put a date on that trailer that says coming in 2020 or 2021, everybody already knows it's going to be for the next generation. So some people might decide to sit and wait until the next generation before they purchase the next Xbox. But if they show Quantum Break 2 and at the end of the trailer it says coming soon, then that's going to mislead people into thinking that it's going to be coming up for this generation. So people will stay invested into the ecosystem. And for those who don't have a console, they might actually run out and buy one in anticipation of this game. So I think that would be foolish of them
to do that. Out of every box that's been doing, for anybody to go run out and buy a console over something that they say is coming out, I think it's foolish. They should wait and then get it.
Right, but this is Microsoft. You know, I mean, let's face it. You know, the sales are bad for this console right now, and you know, whatever plan they got for the next generation is already in motion. But that still isn't going to stop them from trying to sell some consoles this generation. And I think they're going to use E3 as that platform to try to sell some more consoles. I think they're going to mislead people into thinking that some of these games for the next generation are for this generation.
Well,
You know,
I mean,
I could be wrong. So that's the approach that I'm taking. Because
Has anybody ever done that
I don't know if
before?
it can last a whole generation. We still have a few more years left on this generation. You know, I don't know they can last this generation without doing nothing. That's a long time to wait. We have to wait for the next generation. That might be like 2 years from now. That might be 3. You know what I mean?
I think it's going to happen.
It could be next year. It could be 2 years out. That's a long time.
I think it's going to happen next November. Because if it is
That
true,
what? What's going to
You
happen?
think it's going to happen next November?
I think that's when the next generation is going to start. Because I think both
the Xbox One X is only going to be out for like 2 years. That's the life cycle of that motherfucker.
Ooh,
Goddamn.
that'll cause some problems.
this console, this generation is over, and I think Microsoft just wants to start fresh. But I think they still going to try to sell some consoles in between. Not only that, you also talking about a console.
Ain't the X fresh?
You know,
I thought the X was their fresh start though. Like they restarted the generation. I mean,
in terms of
Nigga, that's a mid-gen.
in terms, you know, in terms of sales, the X is a failure. And you also talking about with Microsoft. You also talking about a company that seems to think that if they get out first, they'll win. That's why they rushed that 360 out, even though it wasn't ready. They rushed it out to try to get a jump on Sony. And I don't see them in. With that being said, if they actually working on a console right now, I think it's going to be a foot race between them and Sony. Even though Sony doesn't need to put a console out for like another 2-3 years, it seems like, you know, with all the shit that's flying around, it seems like they on pace to try to release it in 2019. So I think it's going to be a foot race between both of them to try to get out the blocks first. So with that
You
being
would
said,
think, you would think that Sony would. You would think that Xbox or Microsoft, my bad, wouldn't have learned their lesson and stop trying to jump out first.
they would have learned their legacy though. That was their best year though. Their
What you
best
mean? I know.
generation was when they made
That's what I'm saying. What do you mean? What do you mean they would have learned their lesson at 360? If anything, they should have learned their lesson when the first Xbox One came out.
They was last with the first Xbox, but when the Xbox 360 came out, they jumped ahead. They released it earlier. They came out with the base Xbox later than the PS2, but then dropped the 360 early. You know what I'm saying? So they jumped a year earlier. And they jumped and they had Red Wings to jump.
I hope that there's something good. Either way, I'm playing. You guys know. Either way, I'm playing games. But I do not personally expect anything that's gonna make me go nuts with E3.
I mean, it came out of Phil Spencer's mouth, right? The Xbox One X hadn't even been released yet, and it came out of Phil Spencer's mouth that the next Xbox is in development. So, you know, I'm thinking 2019, November 2019, because that's when Xbox likes to release the consoles in November, so they can get up that hype and get, you know, and try to get ready for those Christmas sales.
Draco, I got a question for you.
That's true. That's true. Well,
Is Draco here?
Yeah, man.
That's some shit.
All right, I got a question for you. Okay, when you do the business stuff, and what do you do? Sales and stuff like that, right?
Right.
Oh, okay. So when if it's in development, could that mean that you, I, and other people are talking about it and have something on paper? Could that be considered in development?
Yeah. That's early development. We could just sit down and
talk
about
so it's not right.
Yeah.
That would be early development, right? That's talking about what's coming out. So I believe that some people think when they say in development, think that they got shit being built.
Here's the thing too, though. As far as consoles is concerned, best believe as soon as one get released, they already thinking about the next one. It's kind of like movie, like TV episodes.
Right. So that would be in development.
As soon as this episode's complete, they're already thinking about how to make the next episode. Already, it's just like that with consoles too.
Right.
They
So
already
that's
plan on the next.
what I'm asking.
As soon as this one's released.
So that's what I'm asking is, by him saying it's in development, that all he's saying is that they're just getting ready for the next one. It's not actually getting made or, shit like that.
Right, but at the same time, we can't really call where they're at in their, in their R&D, you know what I mean, in their research and development. We don't know how far they're at. They could be like, halfway through. They could just start. We don't really know that. But when they say in development,
it's technology ready though. Like
development it is.
Right, and if this
like
council,
what technology is ready? Go ahead.
I was going to say that if they still shooting for a release date of holiday 2019, then I'd have to believe that they are at least halfway through development. I would have to believe that they are at the point where they are probably finalized contracts for people to start supplying parts for them, so they can start mass producing these consoles and getting them ready for launch.
Who said that they were coming out in 19? Did I miss something?
Here's how I feel about it personally, though. I already made my video about it. Here's the thing with Xbox with me, like, there's just nothing personally that I give a shit about enough to actually buy an Xbox for. And I feel like I'm not gonna see anything at all this generation if that's the way y'all say it. You know what I mean? The way y'all say it's like, oh, they're basically done with this gen, they're gonna do it next gen. And I'm like, well, damn, that means this whole gen I'm gonna go without an Xbox. I mean, that means next gen you better show me some shit, because I'm so done, man. I'm all out of love. You know what I'm saying? Y'all old enough, y'all know that song. Most people in the chat be like, what the fuck? All out of love, what's on it? You know what I mean?
Hey, that's it. Hey, that's immediately popped in my head. You said,
y'all already know. Y'all
it is. I'm all out of love.
Yeah, I'm
so lost without you. Yeah, erase this whole motherfucking podcast.
Like, I've been waiting. Like, even though I don't have enough shit, I've been waiting this whole time. I haven't seen any me looking into, and from the way people are acting, they saying it's over. So basically, here's like my ultimatum is: if you don't show me some shit, this E3, like, it's just done. We done. I'm just done. Like, I wouldn't even care about the brand Xbox no more until you become a real gaming company again. Kind of like how you deal with like your homies that turns out ain't really, you know what I'm saying, who you thought they was. Or like, oh, this whole time I've been kicking it with a fuck dude. Like, nah, man, I can't. Like, hey, holler at me once you become a real motherfucker. Right? That's how it goes. Just like the same way with Xbox. Like, I just holler at me when you got games, Xbox, like games that I give a fuck about, because that's up right now. We done, and it's gonna be hard as fuck. So I'm giving you one more E3. Show me something. Otherwise, like, I like cars, but you will be like a Pinto. I wouldn't even give a shit. I wouldn't even give a shit. Like, I just wouldn't even care no more. Like, I just.
If you see Microsoft at E3, they show about 3 or 4 good games that you like, you would consider buying an Xbox after that.
Yeah. 4, fam? Like you said, 4 or 5?
Well,
bruh, they showed me 4 or 5 that I would want to buy, like games that will hype me. Something along the line, not as even as dope as God of War, but something in the same vein. Bro, like, show me 4 of those, fam.
Yeah.
And you telling me it's coming out in like a year or 2, bro? I wouldn't even expect them that. I would just say, show me 6 games. 2 of them can be garbage. 2 of them could be just okay, just alright. You know what I mean? And 2 could be dope, and that's it. And I would still be okay with that. You talking about 4 or 5? Bam, you asking for way too much.
Hell yeah. See, I don't even think Sony. Well, Sony has about 4 or 5 before. But
Steve,
my question, my
shit. You can't just
nigga. Because the way I can add to that shit is, does Microsoft even have the talent to do so? Like, do they even have the talent to make a decent game anymore? This whole generation, they have been coming out with games that are not decent at all. I mean, what you got?
Personally think
them niggas make the same mistake. Go ahead.
I personally think that, and this is me personally, I only give what I say, but
oh shit.
I think Phil's got some shit under his sleeve, but I just don't think Don't expect anything.
That nigga's
Don't expect. I'm talking about game wise. I'm talking about you don't know. This is me personally, bro. I'm not talking about this generation. I think this generation is done. There's nothing you can do game wise but bring out these little ass shit that you're bringing out. But if it was me, okay, and I'm not the smartest motherfucker out here, Draco. No, if it was me and I lost this part, if I lost a fight with you now, I'm gonna go to the gym. I'm gonna work out. I'm gonna take my and I'm gonna meet you next time. That's what I'm thinking is going on personally.
And Diver, you just kind of said what I was trying to say. This generation is over. Microsoft knows it, so they dusting themselves off and trying to get ready for the next fight.
But here's the issue with that though, right? But this is not like Sony and Microsoft actually fist fighting each other. You know what I mean? It's more like them they two college dudes trying to get females. You know what I'm saying? And Sony Sony right now got the nice whip, his hair slicked back. You know what I'm saying? He's out there just getting females everywhere. And Xbox can't compete right now, but he's still out there in the game. You feel me? But if you just not do that no more, if you just go back to the crib, just stay in the crib for 2 more years, them bitches ain't even gonna remember you next time you come out. You know what I'm saying? Like when you,
what you're saying,
you know what I mean? You gotta have like mind share. You gotta have like the gamer's hearts.
Right. What you're saying, Draco, is
remember Xbox.
You out there flossing. You're out there flossing in your Audi, and you getting all the new young females. They look at that, they be like, "That's what's new. That's what's up." Then I roll up in my Impala, and these females are like, "What you want?" You know what I'm saying? We going with this newer car, but I get all the old
exactly. But that's what I'm saying. Okay. You still out there in an Impala. You saying like Xbox should just like, all right, just go to the gym, don't worry about it, brother. You're not out there no more. Females don't remember you. When you out there, they be like, who are you? Like, we don't even remember you. Who's Xbox? You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be out there.
They're always gonna remember the Impala, son. But I get what you're saying, but it's just it's the same. No matter how you put it, it's the same. No, if you look at it as the cars, okay, then put the Impala away and start building newer cars.
This, right? He worked for Coca-Cola. How come Coca-Cola still do commercials? There's no reason why Coca-Cola should do commercials. They were a worldwide brand. Motherfuckers in third world country know about Coca-Cola. Why do they still do commercial? Because of mind share. Because it's important to still be on people's minds at all time. Because there's a lot of competition out there. No matter what kind of work you're in, there's all kinds of competition. 2 years of not being a part of the whatever demographic you trying to hit, like you're not in their hearts no more for 2 years straight, bro. That's a long time. Like,
but Xbox is not out of nobody's mind though.
A long time, fam.
It is. 2 years. How many people you know?
If every YouTube channel you listen to is talking shit about Xbox
the way you used to? No, because they always
think about it. Think about
this
it.
Game,
2 years worth
it's
of
not our
YouTubers
fault.
talking shit with nothing to respond to. It's already bad this whole generation to be getting it. You know what I'm saying? You talking about the whole generation.
This shit ain't nothing but Microsoft.
Like this Xbox, like getting like dumped on. You know what I mean? And no one is gonna defend them. Not even the Xbox, because Xbox isn't around. You know what I'm saying? Until the next generation.
They can't defend it. Yeah, you can't defend what you
worse. That's like you not even in the game and motherfuckers talking mad shit about your, you know what I'm saying, about you, and you ain't even out there. All these females like, word, he's that shitty. He don't even take care of his mama. Man, I can't deal with him like that. And then you back out in the game, then you all fucked up. That's why you have to be out there. That's like, bro.
Hey, y'all, where's Video at?
I don't even know, man.
I don't know. He hasn't. I'm low key worried about him. I'm gonna text him and shit because usually he'll hit me up and tell me something's going up. So, Video one of them dudes that he'll say something. I'm gonna have to hit him up and see if he all right. Because he usually will hit me up. Yeah, he probably he got an Asian wife, so they be like, don't look at your phone. That nigga, he a white boy, so he gotta listen.
yeah.
That's probably the only pussy he get. He like,
oh, motherfucker's probably out with his wife. It is Friday night. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, y'all niggas know how I am, nigga. My girl here, nigga. I'm halfway quiet. I can't even play the game when she here, nigga.
I don't think they can make another 2 years with like. Is it
facts
about the
I don't think they can make. I mean,
for Sega Saturn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the hardcore isn't what builds the market. What builds the market is these simple motherfuckers that buy, like, you know what I'm saying, a console off of, like, I mean, I don't want to call them casual.
I look at it.
They casuals. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
that's what builds up the market.
Me.
And in order for you to keep the market, you need to be in their minds. And these are casuals. You gotta be
the way I see it. If you were casual, like a lot of gamers don't realize, man, that they ain't gamed yet. Like, if you started your gaming life during the 360 and the PS3 era, nigga, then you ain't never gamed in your life, my nigga. Like, that's just how I see it, because games changed drastically. Games started holding your hands. It stopped trying to make you do the experience yourself, or feel the competitiveness of gaming, and the art of trying to master a game that's difficult, more onto they holding your hands and giving you continues where you left off, and you know what I'm saying, it's just like saves, auto saves and all this shit. Like, a lot of these gamers haven't experienced playing a game, forgetting to save, and then like a power outage happen, or your sister trip over your fucking shit and cut your shit off, and you done lost 3 hours of gameplay. You know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers ain't experienced the hardships it took to even become a gamer, my nigga, because you would go right back to that shit the next day and do that 3 hours over again, my nigga, and, you know, do it better.
After your mom whooped your ass for beating on your sister.
Yeah, or that, nigga. I mean, but it's just certain shit that happened with the PS3 era. No disrespect to niggas who younger and you can't help but not be in that generation. I'm just telling you, this generation especially is like more of a hand-holding generation. Like, these motherfucking shit is easy as fuck. Motherfuckers think Dark Souls, no, that shit is hard, but try playing that shit with lives, nigga, with lives. You got 3 lives to beat fucking Dark Souls, and then that's what you call an OG game. Draco laughing because this nigga is one of the few niggas who beat Contra with just 3 lives. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
like,
you know how long it took me to do it though? It took me 8 motherfucking months to be able to be that good.
Exactly, my nigga. These games right here, you auto
last level with the weird ass bullets that come from the sky that like go from side to side and shit. It took
here
me
this nigga video go weird ass
to remember how to fucking, you know what I'm saying?
You have to master that jump, baby.
Yeah, you gotta remember where to stand and jump and shit. Where to shoot my gun while I'm
I mean, that's
like
yeah, automatic, nigga. We talking about Xbox again, nigga. I mean, what you want to talk about? What should we talk about with PlayStation? I mean,
beefy, so we can slam them.
We talked about.
Where the fuck you at, man?
Nigga, we
Why
talk about
you not in the podcast? The fuck,
nigga. Where you at? Your wife? Okay, I remember last time she slapped you on air, cause like you lost like 3 subs behind that shit because they found out you get beat by your wife. Cause I had to call you.
Look at you sideways. Did she look at you sideways? Hey, that's one of the scariest things in life is an Asian woman looking at you sideways, fam. You don't know what you
nigga. Hey, what's up, automatic? Hey,
look. I'm gonna shut my mouth because that looking at you sideways by the Asian woman, I'm done.
Huh?
Your shit cut off.
What up?
Your shit cut off. Did she show up?
What's going on, Vidiot?
Nigga. Nah, but I mean, I don't think Xbox can recover. At the end of the day, I think it's fucked off right now, cuz. He don't want to damage control state Decay. Lead diver here by itself and shit once again. Nah, but like I said, man, Microsoft can't recover. I think it's over for them, man.
I had to refresh my shit when y'all was talking about 68, but 68 though, that means the original. If y'all want to see what the fuss is about, just if y'all have an Xbox, get Game Pass. Play. Oh, you know what I'm saying? It's back with compat, right? So play that shit. Play the first one. The first one is fun as fuck. Not fun as fuck, but compared to the second one, it's fun as fuck.
That is what it is.
68,
all I know is
I'm not even an Xbox dude, and I'm kind of surprised. 68 though.
68 though. 68. I mean, they downgraded that. But how do you downgrade an ugly game? Like, what does it become after it's ugly already?
I still think the 68 was a generous score. I thought it should have got considerably lower.
That's fucking IGN over there dick riding and shit, giving it a 7.5. You don't give no game like this no goddamn 7.5.
I hate to
if you read that review, but shit.
I hate to ruin this for you, idiot, but usually Metacritic's go down after a game release. It doesn't usually go up.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm like 68. Like it can't be that bad, man. Because the first one was decent, and from all the reviews that I've read, they said that it's like the first one. So
but
I'm like, all right, cool.
State of Decay was the point on Metacritic, and it went down to 68.
And I'm led to believe that the performance issues are a big reason why they got the score they did, and not so much the content of the game or what the game is supposed to be all about.
Mm-hmm. Bro, well, I saw a glitch. It's a lot of glitches.
68 right now, video. What you mean hating?
I saw a glitch on YouTube. I saw a glitch on YouTube, and niggas was driving the truck. Hold on. Let me get this glitch out because this shit was funny. He was in the truck, and this nigga drove over a log, did a backflip, and there was somebody in the back of the truck, and that motherfucker did not move. It did like 2 black backflips, and it landed on his motherfucking wheels, and the person was still in the same exact position, sitting there like nothing happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Hey, did y'all see Dreamcast guy video? He showed a part where he like his truck was stuck somewhere and he got frustrated, started beating on his truck, and he ghosted into the truck and then dropped through the bottom of the truck into the ground, up to his neck.
Trash ass game. This is what they're giving you.
You know what the crazy thing about that is, bro? Like, they've been touting this game as a AAA game.
Yeah, that's the cool part. That's where they fucked up. It's not a AAA game. Clearly, it's not. It's not even an upgrade. Nigga, the part 1 was better, my nigga.
I don't think
that's a cool part.
Have you guys watched gameplay on it?
Yeah, I have.
I have. I saw plenty of gameplay on it.
Anything like that? I mean, what
crazy as fuck. If you don't think I got a video coming up comparing the Days Gone downgrade to the Sea of Thieves, to the State of Decay actual release. You know what I'm saying? The pre-alpha for Days Gone, which was downgraded from the E3, I admit. But nigga, this shit right here, the home release of State of Decay is so hilarious, my nigga. There's screenshots out there that's showing you how it looked at E3 and how it looks now, and that shit is insanely downgraded, bro. Like, it's even foggier. Yeah. Like, it's like somebody threw some pixie dust and powdered donuts all over the camera or some shit. Like, it's just foggy as nigga.
Powdered jelly filled donuts.
Hey, you know, one thing I don't hear? One thing I don't hear is motherfuckers screaming native 4K. Ain't that a bitch? You do all this fucking campaign and talk about 4K. You get your games coming out in 4K. But look how they fucking look. Nigga, pixels is over polygons. Polygons over pixels all day, every day, my nigga. This game, Sea of Thieves, and all the rest of them motherfuckers prove that shit. Give me polygons.
We got Black Panther. We got Black Panther 4K, cuz. What you mean?
This nigga Diver, cuz. This nigga Diver a PlayStation guy, cuz. There's only a PlayStation nigga say some old sarcastic shit. Nigga, we got Black Panthers though. Nigga, like, I got Black Panther. Nigga, the fuck? Nigga, I can go on my PlayStation and watch it. What the fuck is going on?
Hey man, don't y'all know that saying about diamond in the rough?
But you can't watch it.
You can't even use that on this game. It got a lot of good ideas, but it's shit. The way they executed
was ideas spent on the first one.
Yeah.
No, the way I see it is it's diamonds in the rough and then it's boo boo in the rough. You know what I'm saying? I think it's more on the boo boo rough side.
Y'all missing the point. You see, when they talk about diamond in the rough, this is the shit that makes up the rough. You feel me?
Ooh.
That shit that makes up the rough, like all this bullshit. You can't tell me like the second game, like.
Hey, Coon. I see your comment. I didn't mean to cut you off, Draco. I took a look at Amazon, and I am going to get a Black Panther skin for my PS4 Pro. I do admit I did like that Black Panther Xbox One X, but I want the art. They can keep the console.
I will pick it up.
I don't need the console.
I mean, this
shit is bad it is, my nigga.
Not the diamond.
Hey, King, can you watch Black Panther 4K on your PS?
Can I watch Black Panther in 4K on my PS?
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah.
On your PlayStation.
I mean, I don't need my PlayStation to do it. I don't need my PlayStation to do it when I can just do it on my TV, nigga. And like, or when I can do it on my Xbox One.
That's not what I asked
that I have sitting here, my nigga.
Not what I asked.
But that other, y'all talking about? Oh, so y'all saying? Oh, so we talking about 4K exclusive now? Like, so now we talking about it's 4K exclusive now. That, we talking about a movie about some niggas running around in Panther suits. 4K, nigga. Like, look, if that's what your gaming console is delivering you,
don't forget the line.
I mean, look, if I own it, I don't own an Xbox for Black Panther, and I have Black Panther. I can low key boot it up right now. They game theme watching it right now. I can low key boot it up on the X if I want to. But nigga, why?
Because you can't
nigga, I seen Black Panther. I seen Black. Nigga, it's the same story. I am not in a rush. Standing in a blue open, nigga. I'm not. Nigga, when I could just watch it on my Fire Stick.
Yeah, fam.
It's always fucking breaking up. God damn it.
You good now?
You got my point.
I mean, I don't even watch movies like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's not what I'm saying. Them for.
Oh shit! What's up?
To be honest, hold on. To be honest, I was trying to make fun of that because I was talking about that earlier. Like, I don't understand is Xbox coming out talking about Black Panther's on 4K with us. So I'm actually trying to, be funny.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that shit is hilarious to me. Like, whoever came up with that shit, man. Like, that's. Oof.
See, I thought they were gonna have a game exclusive of Black Panther. That's what I thought it was.
I mean, that's what I heard too. At first, that's what I thought. I'm like, Black Panther exclusive? You mean that's a game that's coming out? That shit would be dope as fuck. But I knew that wasn't possible because I think Sony has it way too good with Marvel right now.
Yeah,
like, they have too much Marvel shit going on. Like, I think they have the game on lock.
Yo, what's good, Princess?
What's good, Princess? What's good, Lightbringer? I seen you too. Hey, fuck you, Juan. Yeah, you owe me $5, nigga. But no. At the end of the day, I mean, it's hard not to talk about Xbox. It's so much bad news about Xbox, my nigga, that it's staying in the press. It's staying in our mind, but it's staying in our mind in a bad way, to where it's like I would never set foot on Xbox. I mean,
they can't touch. They can't get a break, bro.
No, they not giving themselves breaks. They're not giving themselves breaks.
No, at this point, fam, I feel like at this point they doing it to themselves on purpose. It's on purpose.
That's what it started to seem like.
Because there's no way. It's impossible. It's impossible for you for you to have at least the track records that you do have. You know what I mean? The games that you have in the past was way more polished than this. It's like you're not even trying. Like, it's clear. Like, they're just not trying. Just look at all the old exclusives they used to have. Bro, you
bought bad
from Portal right now, man.
Look, the way I see it is like this, man. It's so bad that, like, the games that they canceled look like better games than they putting out. Like, this shit just don't make sense to me, man.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. That's crazy.
You know what I'm saying? Like they Scalebound should have came out over Sea of Thieves. Fable should have came out over State of Decay. That would have been a better position if they put those two games out instead of those two games. That's how I see it. So it's like, to me, it's like it's on purpose. Because why did they cancel Fable? For what? It was an online multiplayer game. Why did they cancel it for? It didn't. They said it didn't meet their criteria of quality. It didn't reach their quality, but then State of Decay did, nigga. like, nigga, like, what y'all niggas talking about over there, man? I'm just saying, hey, man, if you think about it, I'm gonna make a video on it because I got a lot of shit they said in the past that don't make sense to what they're doing now. Oh shit, they go to wife. Oh shit, oh wife. But y'all understand what I'm saying, though, right?
Hey, if I sound
like a little bitch online, nigga.
Every year, right before E3, I heard about that. I be hearing about that. Scalebound's coming back.
Hello, honey. Nah, it was something.
Scalebound's coming back. I hear that every year right before E3.
Yeah, hey, Kid Smooth did a video about that, saying something that Scalebound is something. I was like, what? Shit crazy.
Yesterday, on my podcast yesterday, I came up with what I believe why they are deliberately not making any AAA exclusives anymore. And I used God of War for an example. Now the game did 3.1. The game did 3.1 million in 3 days, which is impressive, but that's still 3 million copies against 80 million PlayStations out there. So when you break that down, that only represents 2.4% of the PlayStations that are out there. Now but there are 32 million Xboxes out there. So if they spend about $40-50 million to make a AAA exclusive, and the game only sells 2.4% of the Xboxes that are out there, then that game didn't even break 1 million copies. So they won't even get their money back. And that's why, I think shit like Scalebound got canceled and Fable and stuff like that, because it only cost them $3 to make, State of Decay and Sea of Thieves, but they spent a few dollars hyping the games up.
I definitely agree with that, but that's the whole issue, though. The chicken, the egg. Does the chicken come first or the egg? You need games to push the console. You need to have a console that's, adequate to run games. Like, you need both. Like, so you have to do both. You know what I mean?
And
you can't have a chicken without the egg, and you can't have the egg without the chicken.
It take time.
That's not how it works.
Time.
That's just like I said.
They've had more than enough time.
That there
way more than enough time.
Stuff take time. That is damage control to keep the inmates from acting up.
Exactly. No, I don't. I feel like if anyone subscribed to that, I feel like you're letting Xbox disrespect them. The games take time because they didn't. They didn't ask the same patience they asked you. Did they show the same patience when they cancel all those games? They should know games take time, patience, and work. They should let them developers work that shit out, but they didn't, did they? They cut that shit. So why do we have this patience with them now? What the fuck? Yeah. Like, you show nobody else patience. You expect us to give you patience? That's not how it works.
I mean, and look what they doing. Like, with their time, they're making controller on top of controller on top of controller. They even made a handicap controller, which is nice. I commend that shit. But nigga, I need to get what these handicapped niggas gonna play. Even, like, what are we playing? Like, nigga, like, it's like, give me some games.
I'm not even talking about the quality of the game as far as like AA or AAA. You know what I mean? I'm not even asking that. If you're gonna make a AA game, at least make it adequate. You know what I mean? Make it playable. Because apparently, State of Decay 2 is not playable. It's a 68. I'm shocked by that. Mode you know what I'm saying? It's almost as if they're doing it on purpose, because there's no way you could fuck up a AA game like that. You know what I mean?
Some people gave it a 4, bro. There are 4 scores out there, and they're like 4. Nigga, how the fuck do you get 4?
There might be some people.
It's crazy, bro. Like,
fanboy now. It might be some PlayStation fans.
No. These are respectable. Go on Metacritic. I saw him. Respectable motherfucker.
Shit, Dreamcast guy gave it a Dreamcast guy gave it a 3.
Look, but if you go to Metacritic, it's funny because if you go to Metacritic and you look at the top, the people who gave it, somebody gave it, I think, an 80 or a 90. Some 80s, all like Xbox enthusiasts, Xbox this, or what was it called? Achievement earned magazine, whatever. Like, all Xbox shit gave it high ass ratings. Was on there. Yeah, he was on there. He edited on that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? On Xbox Slow People Edition Live. That nigga, he like one of the directors on that shit. So it is what it is. Diver on there. Diver an employee, my nigga. But they gave it a high score, and that goes to show just how bad it is. Like, did Microsoft pay these niggas off, or are these niggas just trying to maintain their crowd? They don't care about the facts. They just want to maintain the people who read their shit. I
can't even call that, because it wasn't for them. That means the score will be really low.
Man, I'm saying. Nigga, imagine if they were being real ass motherfuckers. Imagine how do you can't give a game like this an 80? Cause then you what the fuck, you can't give You can't give a game like this an 80. You just can't, and you call yourself a respectable channel or a respectable way of information, a respectable reviewer. You can't just sit there and give it a fucking 80 and know all about all these fucking.
What if the dude's into zombie games?
Nigga, you could be in the zombie games, but if zombies is dropping out of the fucking sky and your car doing 10 backflips and nobody dies, what the fuck is it about?
He jumped out of a plane. He didn't give a fuck. He dead, so he said, "Fuck it." He jumped out of a plane. That's what happened.
No. What had happened is that nigga, these developers then built some motherfucking fucked up ass engine. They changed their engine, called it a AAA engine, to call the game a AAA game, just to make it a B game. It ain't even got an A in it. It's like a double B. And they get like the shit is on some extra shit, extra bad shit, and it's bad because it's a Microsoft exclusive, man. Microsoft exclusives have been fucked off this entire generation, man. All of them. Halo 5, Gears of War, all them shit's been fucked over. And I know these games came out good, but they didn't come out as good as the older versions of those same games. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. They came out worse. They came out as the worst version, the worst selling, the worst everything.
Real shit.
So it's like,
you know what gets me is that these motherfuckers trying to charge people. I'm sorry, go ahead. Roy.
No, I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying? Super chat. Savage Yuga was like, hey, even Xbox reviewers couldn't even give it, you know what I'm saying, over 90. They were like, no. Hey,
I was just reading that shit, real shit.
For real. We can't give this shit no 90. You know what I'm saying? We're going to do an 80.
Yeah, Lightbringer said they're making triple C games. Hey, and if anybody should be mad about this shit, it should be PC gamers, nigga, because they're supposed to get their best games from console shit, and they can't even do that. Can't even get that shit right. Nigga, 4K, 60 frames per second. Like, why do you care about making this game 60 frames per second, my nigga? Like, come on, man. It's just bugged out. You still gonna have
charging motherfuckers. Ain't they charging people $50 to get the game 3 days
earlier?
No,
it's not 50.
Put the deluxe.
No, it's not 50. For what?
It's not.
Oh, for the deluxe of this game, it has a deluxe.
Yeah, they got a deluxe.
The fuck the deluxe come with? Nigga, like.
Yeah, it's $49.99 for the deluxe.
Comes with cheese, fam. It comes
$49.99.
Yeah, $49.99.
Hey, shout out to Sick Humor.
Yeah, what's up, Sick?
Yep, I see you in the chat. Shout out.
What's up? Yeah, I seen that nigga. I said what's up to the nigga. He need to take out the trash, guys. Him and Lightbringer, cuz. That's all good though. It is what it is. Nigga. But what's up, Eric? Cuz I see you, my nigga.
Yeah, fuck you mean.
Well, speaking of this shit, because I don't want to just talk too much about State of Decay, man. I mean, I knew the fuckery was there, my nigga, and now it's just here now. But that show, man. Like I never got to hear y'all opinions on that show. I never watched it, but I heard that it was fun and it was awesome. And like they gave achievement points out and shit, and they had niggas in cages and shit. Like, how'd y'all feel about that shit? For y'all who
I didn't watch it at all.
Watch what?
Damn.
I watched it.
Hey, King, hold on. It's just I'm not saying that because of anything other than I never watched them. The only thing I've ever watched was E3. I don't watch anything else.
I've never watched. I never seen any of the Xbox. I keep forgetting what they call that shit. Xbox Live or some
Xbox.
Shit.
Now I did not
inside Xbox.
I did watch about 40 minutes of it yesterday. I did not want to watch it at all. But because Jay Wags was going to be my guest on the Lincoln show, and that was going to be the topic of the show, along with State of Decay, I had to watch it just for the simple fact that I needed material to ask him questions. Otherwise, I wouldn't watch it.
Lincoln, what is it about? What are they showing you? Are they showing you games? What are they showing you?
Exactly.
See, I was late. I was late when I got there. When I started watching it, and they was wrapping up showing shit about State of Decay. And then they showed the shit with. Let me see. They had the developers come in of State of Decay. From there, I think they talked to a couple other developers of that Halo game that's going to be in Dave & Buster's. They also did that segment about the Black Panther 4K. They showed some bullshit ass tweets as usual.
So PlayStation experience, except not as fun.
Right.
I'm with King. What do you mean tweets? What do you mean tweets?
These niggas was They was depending on other people to help put content on their show by reading tweets.
They do that every week.
Like Uncompetitive said, it was like watching paint dry. You know what I'm saying? Basically, nigga, like.
Hey, ain't this the third or fourth one? The third or fourth episode?
I think it's the third one.
It was the third one. And you know, Sick, you said Undead Lab's going to lose their contract if they can't perform. But I'm led to believe that Microsoft was breathing over their shoulder the whole time that this game was being developed. So
this game get microtransactions in it?
You best believe.
I don't know because I haven't played it, but
hell no, it don't. But Spider-Man will.
So
no. Spider-Man will have microtransactions.
Hey, I'm sorry for cutting you off. You were saying something, Fran. I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all good. I was just going to say that I believe Microsoft was looking over their shoulders and financially they handcuffed them. In addition to them maybe not being talented.
Yeah.
So I think it sounded to me like it was the worst of combinations.
Now, do they own that studio, or is that an independent studio, and they just own the IP?
It's an independent studio. They just paid for the game and made the game better. Gave them. Oh, okay. Well, I guess they made the game better because it came out worse than the one without help.
But
from what I understand, they paid them to give exclusive rights, and they helped them with the game with payments and shit.
Okay,
like that.
so they don't own the IP, right?
I don't think they own it. No.
Okay.
But still, I don't care who the developer is. I don't think they're gonna be able to do their best work unless Microsoft take the handcuffs off.
Shit, I mean, Microsoft fucked up by saying every exclusive Xbox game on the Xbox One X will be 4K. Fucked everybody up right there. I guarantee you, man, because 4K is a very hard thing to do with games, my nigga. I mean, imagine if Sony forced 4K on God of War, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, they keep on talking about the Xbox's 4K uncompromised. No, nigga. That shit is compromised. Every game that's come out has been barren as fuck. Been basic and barren and look like a Nintendo 64 game, bro. Like, that forcing that 4K, I think it hurt them a lot, man. And a lot of these developers aren't that talented already as it is. And you forcing them to do 4K games? Damn, that's crazy, dude.
And it's not only that, man. The system itself is not really capable of running all games in 4K. Like the level that the system is at is actually pretty weak, man. Like it's not even up there.
Thrash, have you heard anything new about Crackdown 3? Have they said anything new about that?
No, they haven't, man, because they canceled it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is.
They said it was ass.
At this point, the only way I can see them canceling this game is if they just simply cannot get the multiplayer to work because they've demonstrated they don't have a problem releasing a broken game.
Yeah,
man, I think
the main draw of that game was the cloud computing, and honestly, I think it's the base Xbox that's really killing them with that shit. You know what I'm saying? You got the weakest Xbox and you got the strongest Xbox, and they gotta play the same games. You gotta have the same people playing against the same people, and you got the weakest console and the strongest console at the same time. It's gonna be hard, my nigga, to make all of this shit work at the same time, man. Like I said it before, it's the talent that they have. They don't have no talent that can pull some shit off like this. You know what I'm saying? It's just, man, I'm telling you.
Because the way they said that destructibility was like, that should have been like real life destructibility. And I knew that original Xbox wasn't going to be able to do that. It wasn't going to be able to do that.
This nigga video.
Hey, fellas, my battery is dying. Hey, Vita, get your ass in here. Let me charge yourself for about a half hour. I'll jump back on.
All right. Shit, my girl here anyway, nigga.
For sure.
Shit, nigga, and plus Lincoln gonna have to go to sleep. Mm-hmm. But it's like, nigga, I mean, what is it to talk about PlayStation? Like, people talk about, okay, what has Nintendo fucked?
I mean, shit, this PlayStation E3 news ain't like, it's not tickling my fancy, but you know, I can't.
Okay, we could talk about that too. We could talk about how they talked about their 4 games.
I
didn't expect them to talk about what they were going to do, but I think, in fact, I know, and I'm willing to bet once again on this channel, even in the chat room, if y'all niggas want some of this, nigga, I'm willing to bet that they're going to have 2-3 exclusive games that we haven't seen yet that's new coming to E3.
They're gonna show that? You think they're gonna show an exclusive at E3 that we ain't seen
yet? They're gonna show 1 to 3 games that we have not seen before. Watch.
I don't know about that.
I bet you. I don't
know about
he's not gonna sit there and talk.
No.
Look,
I agree.
Think about it.
1 to 3. Okay.
1 to 3, bro.
I agree with that. 1 to 3.
Bro,
yeah, I agree.
Think about it. He's not going to sit there and announce. He's not going to announce games that weren't announced on the show that he was on. Where was he on? Somebody's podcast. He's not going to. He said he talked about games that we already saw and already expect to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what he talked about. And he said indies, we expect indies, and he said third-party games, and we expect third-party games. He didn't say shit about not having no surprises, about not having no new games. Because they want to surprise niggas. I'm telling you now, bro. They're not gonna talk long and in depth about brand new games.
He
didn't say shit about the Bloodborne 2 shit.
The only thing I say about that, Thrash, is that all of they first party. Now, if it come from a third party exclusive, maybe. But all they first parties, they didn't put their games out. All of them. Well, we know about all of them. I just don't see them putting out an exclusive. Another exclusive game that we don't know about.
I do. I mean, I think PlayStation has always done this. They brought out exclusives all the way up to the bitter end. Like, remember, Beyond Two Souls came out like, what, a month before the PS4? That's the same year The Last of Us came out. And that's the same year that Puppeteer came out. The same year that Ni no Kunai came out. Like, they're going to run this shit until the next console come up. That's how they've always done it.
Hey, can I ask y'all something real quick? Because every time we bring this shit up, they always, like, someone will say it, even if somebody says it sarcastically, like they'll say PlayStation will bring up games for the next gen. Can I ask y'all something? Because I don't, for whatever reason, I can't remember right now, and it's weird because I usually remember this type of shit. But right before a console come out, do they announce games for it first, or they announce games for it right when the console actually comes out?
Hey, when they I never thought about that. No. They
usually only games are announced for this
when they
gen.
first revealed the PS4. They show what? Dreams, which still ain't out yet. They showed Killzone. They showed Knack and Why and all of that good shit.
Yeah, so
they show all those games.
Realistically,
was not PS3 games.
So realistically, historically, they never show like next generation games before the next generation is actually here. So I don't think that's going to happen.
Well, but if you talk about Sony, yeah, but they had E3. They have shown games like Star Wars 1313. You take that one. That was
here's the thing though. There's a difference between showing games for next gen and showing games for this gen, but that shit got delayed to the next one. Because, you know, The Last Guardian was shown for PlayStation 3, and that motherfucker took 10 years.
Well, that's what every game though. I thought, but I'm saying you asked them the question: have they ever showed a next gen game at E3 before?
Well, no, not like I'm not asking for like, is there any ever like a time where it does it? Because there's bound to be a time or two when they do it. I'm talking about, is that like the norm? That's never the norm, right?
No,
that's not usually how it goes. Usually a console come out first, then you see games for it. You don't put the carriage before the horse, as old white people would say, right?
Why they got
you don't put the carriage before the horse. You don't show games to the console before the console out. You know what I mean? Hey, I've been fucking around with a lot of rich white people lately, so you know, I've been.
But yeah, plus this nigga got an Audi, so he really looking down on humans right now.
Right, but look, check this out. I'm gonna make a prediction. I think those 4 games that they told us about, I do think that those are going to be. Damn, I forgot the fucking word.
Damn,
I think it's gonna be
that quick.
Cross generation. I think them gonna be cross generation games.
Very possible.
I don't know.
It's possible.
It's possible, but I mean, think about what they said too. They said they're gonna use agriculture to make it easier to make games backwards compatible. So they don't even got to worry about that. They could come out with a game for the PS4 the same day as the PS5. If they make the PS5 backwards compatible, it's going to work on there regardless of what they do. So that's why I'm saying I don't even think they worried about it.
Right.
I think that they just going to
backward compatibility. Let you do that.
Yeah, a real backwards compatibility. The Xbox shit ain't real backwards compatibility. If you're still making games after 2 years work with your backwards compatible, it's not backwards compatible. It's just you just have games that work, nigga. Some games that work.
No, you just gotta stick with the stuff.
Right.
No, it's fact. It's true backward compatible. Dude, true backward compat means I can put a PlayStation 3 disc into my PlayStation 4 and it works. Just like that.
Yeah.
Just works. That's
like
true
that.
backward compatible. When you have to get some software.
Y'all know that list? Remember we was talking about that list? Y'all remember that list we was talking about last week? That list must be true. The list is true. Because I think Rage, did anybody see that Rage 2?
Rage 2.
Trailer?
Yeah, Rage 2. But we been knew like about Rage 2. You talking about the Walmart one though?
Yeah, the Walmart. Yeah.
Is that the list that even outed that shit?
I'm sorry.
I don't know. I stood up. I think that it was a tweet that started that whole rumor, and then whoever made that Walmart list put that on there because that was in the rumors. They're just waiting for something to bite. I don't know though. I mean, it might be true. We'll see. I don't even care to read them lists. I'm just waiting for E3 because this is what the results are that matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Let Sony fuck up, and that's that ass for sure. You know what I'm saying? Just like when Microsoft fucking up, I'm on their ass. If Nintendo fuck up, that's their ass. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, Microsoft has just been the one that's been blasphemous towards gamers, my nigga. That's just what it is. Shit, nigga.
They're gonna have to come real hard.
This girl said she was here. Black ass.
Did y'all see that Black Ops 4 trailer?
Yes. Oh yeah, that was another topic that we had.
You want to see us?
I told you though. This thing over here watching Black Panther and shit got that surround sound system on and shit. Nobody want to hear that African shit, cuz. Nah, I'm just fake. That's my shit. Nigga.
Yeah, man, that trailer, and I'm not even a Call of Duty guy. I'm a get it. I think I'm gonna get it. I like the way it looked. I know they ain't gonna have no campaign, but I think that's the first one I'm about.
I mean, I still haven't played the campaign for World War II, and that's why I bought it. It's just that I'm not too interested in Call of Duty, but I'm gonna still play that campaign. I think as far as value rise, I don't want to support niggas who's trying to fuck gamers over, and that's like you doing less work for the same price. You know what I'm saying? Like I know they're gonna make it the same price, it's still gonna have the $49 DLC, and all the fuck you did was make an extra zombie map, nigga, and take away campaign. Like damn, you gonna add a battle royale mode, nigga? Like we already knew y'all was gonna copy that shit, but it's like goddamn, nigga, like this is Call of Duty, my nigga. Like where the fuck? I would rather them niggas ignore the whole extra zombie maps and make it later or some shit. But
hey, once upon a time, man,
like, the reason to have an online play. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have online to play Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying?
Back in the day, man, Call of Duty story was actually dope as fuck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Ghost got shot.
That story was good. That first Black Ops.
What y'all say?
Modern Warfare 2 when Ghost got shot. Don't tell me y'all don't remember that.
Oh yeah.
I was mad as fuck. Oh hell no, man.
Who got shot? Who?
Ghost.
No,
in
Call of Duty Ghost?
Modern Warfare 2 when dude was shot him with a fucking hand cannon, fam. Shot him with
I remember that.
Hey, I thought the coldest part of Modern Warfare 2 was when he shot up that airport. When he said no Russian.
That was That was the kind that's what was so good about that shit. And they're doing some controversial shit. And you think about it like, damn, you just slaughtered all these people. You're supposed to be some kind of agent or something. How you an undercover agent?
Slaughtering them. Hey, you about to do some wild shit. You okay to do this? Remember before you start that level, there's actually a little Motherfucker, that game was out for 2
Yeah,
generations.
they slow walked the airport. They didn't run through there. They just slow walked through there. And
yes, they did.
With light machine guns.
Man, to arm people, unarmed people. I mean, shit like that's memorable, nigga. Instead of, I don't remember like what I did to get a 50 kill match or some shit. It's just taking away what gaming is, man. I can't stand that shit, man. It's online shit. Online not even stable enough to make everything just online. Now you gotta have online to enjoy the shit now. It's just backwards.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's backwards. But Call of Duty always been about greed, my nigga. Them niggas who make Call of Duty, it's always been about that greed. So
they come out with every year. Yeah.
And Treyarch, man, I never liked Treyarch. They the way they do they Call of Duties. The dudes and them that did Titanfall, they was the best ones when they was there. That's what everybody got hyped over, the ones when they did it.
Yeah, when they did it. And that's what them the same niggas who left to make Titanfall though, right?
Yeah. That's why Titanfall was actually dope as fuck, man.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. I feel bad for that story. The story in part 2 was vicious, bro. I love that story. That story was tight as fuck. I like how they put that shit together, man. People hated on Titanfall, man, but honestly, that shit was nice.
Titanfall 2 story is good. I don't know about the first one. The first one didn't really even have a story.
No, the first one didn't really have a story. You know, it didn't even have a story. Part 2 had a bomb-ass story.
Yeah. Campaign. Just
Yeah, so it's like, and then if you think about it, Titanfall suffered because it didn't have a story mode. You know what I'm saying? Part 1, people was asking for it, like, nigga, how you got robots and shit, nigga? You ain't got a goddamn story about this shit, nigga? We just running around and robots killing each other, like, nigga, there ain't no story behind this shit. Like, they even had characters that seemed to have a side, like that bitch with the bandana on and shit, with the titty physics. She had a little baby titty physics, but she had a little dyke charm to her though, nigga. You could tell she like women, but she had titty physics though, nigga. But I mean, I know there was a backstory by this bitch.
Ooh, you doing
Why
bad,
is this gadget here? Why is this there, nigga? That my shit bot, man. That shit is always shit. This shit always botting, cuz. My girl must be close.
Oh.
Nah, let go. Shit, nigga.
Yeah, I mean, I like that franchise. I actually wanted to continue. Too bad it got the the rough treatment they got. The second game was pretty good, even though it got dumbed down a little bit in the second one compared to the first one. But I mean, I liked it. I liked
and then they put it in. They let it out. They released it at the fucked up time.
The dumbest time, yeah.
Hey,
they should have released it just like they released.
Tell me you didn't like the robot. You know what I'm saying? By the midway through the game, you were like, this robot's dope as fuck.
Yeah, robot. Hell yeah, he was. Nigga talking like Optimus Prime and shit. Nigga like having that nigga throw you across the shit. Man, that shit's like, yeah, that shit was nice.
Dope as fuck. The motherfucker picked you up and throw you into another fucking building with like perfect aim. You know what I'm saying? Threw you like a quarterback and shit. I mean, that shit was dope. That story was dope as fuck.
Titanfall is like State of Decay. You make your own. I mean, Sea of Thieves. You make your own story. Stupid, guys. Hey, Xbox can't get me. Playbox, cause it's impossible, man. Can't with lies, nigga. When I got these facts for that ass, my nigga, I'ma just ask them niggas, how much fun you having with this game, and I'ma see the niggas struggle and give me a reason why it's a fun game, my nigga. Like any game, it's not to say a name, nigga. Any game, nigga. Super Lucky's Tale DLC, nigga. Did you enjoy that, nigga? Like I don't fuck with these niggas' minds, cuz. For real, nigga.
Crazy, bro.
This shit, you can't make this shit up. You can't make this fuckery up. You a $1 billion company, cuz, and you relying on foxes with gloves on and pirates who don't rob shit. Like, nigga, what the fuck? How you a pirate? You don't rob? You just digging all the time? You nigga is just searching and destroying, but you only
Where
searching?
all this treasure come from, man?
What is this shit? It doesn't make no sense.
You just play pirates and rob each other. You don't ever rob other people.
I don't understand, man. I never mad because of my Xbox is just here, man. Every time we talk about this shit, I look at my ex, stare at it in its eyes.
Hey, Thread, but you know what? Have you ever played Vanquish? Have you played
A little bit
Vanquish,
of
Thread?
electricity you use. You said what?
Have you ever played Vanquish?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like they got that on the game thing on Xbox. That's the only reason I cut my shit on.
Hey, like I said, I played in beat. I don't want to have to pay for a console game. Like that's the main topic. Like, we nice. I'm telling you, I never played it. It's awesome as fuck. But every time I put in, and it's like I played it for 10 minutes and was like, man, I beat this shit already. It's too much to do. Let me go play God of War. And they get like, I ain't beat that yet. Like, it's what it's about. If you beat a game already, you beat a game already. If you experience the game, you ain't gotta beat it. If it's an online multiplayer and you experienced it already, then well, nigga, you just gonna experience it for a little bit and then go to the new shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's backwards compatibility is just supposed to like the way Microsoft is making it, like a big ass announcement, like, oh, we got this backwards compatible game coming in, we got that back. I don't give a fuck. All these games should be already there in the first place if it's quote unquote backwards compatible. God damn. Oh, damn. Oh shit.
Yeah, Microsoft got
to get that shit out. Yeah, they on their own thing, man. They on their own thing, and they don't even know what to do with themselves no more, man. I mean, they've been lost. This shit can't be like Draco said. This shit cannot be on accident, man. This shit gotta be on purpose at this point, man. You can't be this bad accidentally, nigga. If you ask somebody, you can't ask somebody what 1 + 1 is 7, 8 times, and a nigga say 7, 6, 13, 26 every time. No, you gonna say 2 at least once, and these niggas have not answered the question correctly in the first place, my nigga. Oh, my bad, big kid. I know I am. It is what it is.
Yeah, that shit crazy, man. But you can't do nothing about it.
Yeah, man. Oh,
you can't do nothing about it,
man. It is what it is. I mean, I can't wait for E3, but I just want to see what Sony and Nintendo got. I don't give a fuck what Microsoft brings from now on. I don't. Whatever they announce new always turns out bad.
Damn. That's some pessimistic shit, man.
Every time.
Hey, man, you know what, bro? Like, I know, like, Nintendo always go their own little path, but I never thought out of the 3 consoles that I would be referring to the Xbox as my third choice. It's always been that 1-2 punch, you know, like I said, not taking anything away from Nintendo, but I never thought I'd be talking about the Xbox. Like that's a third choice. And that's crazy.
Bro, it's not even a choice at the moment.
Ooh, yeah.
I took that choice off the table, fam. It's not even a choice at the moment.
Yeah, exactly, Draco, exactly.
You better show me some shit before that becomes a choice again.
Exactly.
That's terrible, bro.
Bro,
and they listen to the customers.
Hey, nigga, if you've been with a girl for 5 years, Microsoft, it's bad pussy. Just because when E3 come around, you know that her pussy game may, or you know that it's highly doubtful that her pussy game is right, just because she got some new panties. She just bought some new panties out, and I gave that bitch a 6%. Like that's where we're at right now. Like she tell you she gonna give you some ass, and then when you get some, it's a 68, it's a 70. I ain't never getting no 97s, no 94s, never. Nigga win. You know what I'm saying? Like not even her old ain't you know. It's just,
that's bad.
It's bad, and it's time. Sitting shit and start demanding better. Well, Xbox niggas, but they ain't gonna listen. They like the console war too much. Like this shit. They like arguing.
I know, like, when people be
my shit
talking
be
about
breaking
the
up.
console war, people change sides a lot, but you only lose soldiers. These Xbox, they losing generals, lieutenants, everybody jumping. They just getting out there, like, this shit ain't worth it. It's not worth it no more.
I never viewed it like that though. I just always viewed it like that, like we are their boss, man. They supposed to do their job, so we would pay them. And I'm not gonna pay you if you ain't gonna do your job, man. What the fuck am I gonna pay you for?
Yeah, real shit.
Lucky tail? You know what
Real
I'm saying?
shit.
I was,
but Draco, but Xbox fans said they listened to the fans. They said
I don't know which fans they was listening to. But
neither.
I don't know which fans they was listening to. Man, I was not one of them.
That's crazy, bro. That is fucking crazy.
Nigga.
And the worst part about this whole thing is like they are new to the game too.
You said they what?
They're the newest to the game.
Yeah, they are. They're the newest game more than ever.
I don't know if y'all know this about E3 or not.
They got the most.
I don't know if y'all know this about the E3 or not, but when you are the newest to the game, that you always have to go first. That's why Xbox always go first at E3. No matter what they do, they always have to go first. They can go first before in a day, or they can go on the same day, but they still have to go like hours in ahead of PlayStation because they're before after PlayStation. That's why PlayStation goes before Nintendo, because Nintendo was an OG in the game. They've been around for the longest. You know what I mean? Yeah. So sometimes it's rough for them. I will give them that. It's kind of rough for them sometimes because they get to go first and show all their cars first, and everybody else like, ooh, yeah, audience didn't like. I mean, it happens somewhere. Like, some shit like, oh shit, you saw fuck that. You know what I mean? That shit's very, very possible, but at the same time, if all you ever show, you gotta show some good shit. You know what I mean? Like it's like they have to go first every time, but at least show some good shit, some shit that other people can't do nothing about, and that's games. Like you show a specific game, nobody else can have that shit except you. You show some service, people can like start a service at any time.
I agree.
Thrash, I got to get ready to shut it down and get ready for work. So let me get an outro.
I already know. Go ahead, do your thing.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Lincoln Clay. It's time for me to call it a night. I got to get ready for work. I got to be there at 5 a.m. So I got to get some kind of sleep. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Thanks for everybody in the comment section. And I want to remind everybody once again to join me tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern time, where my guest will be Porter Rock 77. This should be a pretty good show. And as expected, tonight was a pretty good show too. So thanks for checking it out. Y'all stay up.
All right, fam.
For sure. Yep. Sleepy ass nigga.
You got that right.
Shit, y'all want to keep going? It's up to y'all.
It's up to y'all. I don't care. I ain't doing shit.
I mean, my girl on her way, but soon as I say something, nigga, right on cue, my nigga. I'm telling you.
Hey, it never fails. It never fails.
Hey, she watching, nigga. She watching.
Never fails. You be like, God damn. But we can shut it down if y'all want, bro. It's good.
Yeah, it's good, man. We can go ahead and shut it down if it's good with y'all, man.
Yeah. Is Diver still in here?
Yeah.
No, he said he was coming back, but you know.
Yeah, he said
on Google shit.
Seriously enough to report them to his lawyer.
Oh shit! Just get up in here, nigga. Right on cue.
I mean, we go ahead and do our.
What's up, JK?
And shit, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, damn,
up,
righteous fish, fam. We've been on, man. It's 12 o'clock.
We've been on for 2 hours now, right?
Over here, like surprise shit. Y'all leaving? Like, I know.
Hey, bro. Shit, bro. We beat 4 hours or something. We averaged that.
Fish came late as fuck.
You hear though? Shout out to the Righteous Fish. I mean, Mr. Righteous Fish. He was my competition winner. You know what I mean? But he told me what he wanted me to do with his prize, and I was like, "That's dope as fuck." And I'm so glad. That's why I'm doing YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad I have subs like that. So shout out to Mr. Righteous Fish. I'm not gonna tell you what he told me because that conversation between me and him. But that shit was dope as fuck, man. I just want you to know. I want other people to know that, you know what I'm saying? He didn't actually keep that shit, but that shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah.
What was dope?
Oh, Mr. Righteous Fish,
we don't
right?
know. They can't tell us, but it's dope.
He won my 100 sub shit, right? And he told me what he want me to do with the prize, and I was like, damn, that shit's dope as fuck. I'm gonna do that, but that shit was dope as fuck. So shout out to him. And I was like, damn, that's why I do this shit, man. I'm so glad I have stuff like that. I might have 102 or 3. I forgot what it was exactly, but you know what I'm saying? They the realest. You know what I mean? They the realest though, man. Like that's the type of shit I'm talking about. I'm like, man, that's why I do YouTube.
Yeah, the riders. You got to get with the riders.
In fact, shout out to my riders, man. You know what I'm saying? The nigga Wanye, Coon, Lightbringer, JK, Arian. That's who missing today. Arian. Show, nigga. Uncompetitive. Of course, you weird ass nigga. You know what I'm saying? Playbox, all y'all niggas who come up in here with us, man. Thanks for hanging up with us, nigga. I mean, not thank y'all. It's fuck y'all too, but you know, at the same time, you know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas do be riding with niggas. Y'all been with us day one. You know what I'm saying? And most of y'all been with us day one. I don't know about you, Playbox, cuz I don't know, nigga. Eric, I ain't seen Eric in a minute, my nigga. Super Sky, you knew, nigga. You know what it is. Couple times, but shout out to y'all niggas, man, for coming through, rolling with us and shit. You know what I'm saying? Y'all niggas each should be paying us $5 super chats for our time. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, nigga. Nah, but oh yeah, Danny knew. Yeah, you knew, nigga. Go do some push-ups, cuz in the corner, nigga, in the corner on the right side of the room, because the left side is for real niggas. Do your push-ups. But nah, I'm fucking with you, my nigga. But yeah, we can do our outros if you want to, man. I just want to do this, man, because I do be noticing y'all niggas. We do pay attention to this shit.
Yeah. Hey, what's up, y'all, man? This is Big Money, man. We finna get up out of here, man. We appreciate everybody. Oh, damn it. Buddha.
Outro drop.
Soon I did, motherfucker. Hey. Hey, man, thank y'all for coming out and kicking up with us, man. I don't know if a lot of people, I left them messages, man. I'm going to try to hop in when I can for the next couple of weeks because it's Ramadan and I'm Muslim and I'm all messed up. So I'm going to try to jump in when I can. Money ain't going nowhere. I just want to try to get my shit right with the man upstairs, man. So you got to go open the hallway too, Buka. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, I'm finna get out. We love y'all. I love my squad. Y'all got to make sure. Assalamu alaikum.
Ready to
go? Ramadan Mubarak. That's one of my Muslim
Ramadan Mubarak.
Get up out of here. Thank y'all. We love y'all. And there it is. Go ahead, fam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Box, I was fucking with you, my nigga. I remember when you first came in, we was talking about Nintendo, nigga. That's how much I remember, nigga. Yeah, go ahead, Royal. Playback was checking me real quick, my nigga. I know, my nigga. I'm just fucking with you, God. Don't trip, nigga.
Yeah, thanks everybody for coming out, though. Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Asian Gambit. It was fun, man. Like I said, it's Friday night. Y'all could be anywhere, but y'all chose to kick it with us. So I appreciate that. And we'll see y'all in the next one, man.
Yes, sir, man. Like I said, thanks for coming out, y'all. You know what I'm saying? All y'all niggas get our respect, my nigga. Always feel free to cuss us out. Always feel free to correct us like most of you niggas already do anyway. You know what I'm saying? And we'll see y'all niggas Tuesday. For sure. That Tekken tournament is still going, my nigga. It'll be next week when my girl is out of town. You know what I'm saying? That way she can't be too mad at me and shit for doing it. And y'all niggas know what it is. And fuck y'all at the same time. And who was laid up in this motherfucker? Eric, take out the fucking trash before we go. And Vid Kid, nigga, put a bag in that motherfucker. And fuck Xbox video. You know what I'm saying? Old vape smoking ass nigga acting like he can't hop in, but he can talk in that motherfucking shit. I don't care if your girl got you on lock or not, nigga. Better get some gross and balls, nigga, and make some room. Crazy, nigga. We'll see y'all niggas. We'll see y'all next week. Hey, I might stream on this channel just to do a test because the Tekken tournament will be on this channel. So I might stream Battlefield tonight with the homies on some late night Battlefield shit. So have a look out for that. If you want or don't, nigga, you know what it is. Other than that, I'll holler at y'all niggas later, my niggas. We'll see y'all niggas on Tuesday.
Would get better equipment next week.
For sure, nigga. This is already on point. I'm about to get me a new laptop today, nigga. You crazy?
All right, y'all niggas. Big kid in the chat like Thrash, you roboting, fam. I was like, man, I know he sound like GLaDOS from Florida right now. Calm down.
I caught every 5 words you said. I was like, I was trying to make it out. Like, damn.
Hey, Playbox, you can enter that Tekken 7, my nigga. Hit me up on you got me on PSN, right? Hit me up on PSN, man. I got Puerto Rock talking about Wayne and everything too, so Puerto Rock will be in that shit too. So just hit me up, man. We got a few people being up in here, niggas. Big ass niggas.
Are y'all doing all fighting games or y'all just doing one fight? Like, what game are y'all doing it on?
Series of fighting games. We're gonna do Fighter, Injustice, all that shit. Everything that whoever got the most games, we just gotta see who got what games.
Oh, okay.
That's how we gonna do it, my nigga. So just hit me up. Hey, my shit is King Thrash. If y'all niggas don't know, my PSN is just my name's all lowercase. It should come up, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm the most famous nigga on PSN, nigga. So, you know, it'll come up the first. Right when you put a K, nigga, my shit gonna be the first thing there, nigga. You crazy, nigga. Yeah, Mortal Kombat X. Yep, that nigga next gen gonna be in Mortal Kombat X. You know what I'm saying? He already voting for that, so he wanna be in, but he wanna be in Mortal Kombat X. So yeah. Street Fighter 5, yep, it's gonna be all that shit is gonna be in that shit, nigga. So it is what it is, niggas. All right, y'all. I'll holler at y'all niggas later. Go.